Hey, absolutely, that's right. Thanks so much, Rachel. So where we are right now is we're standing here at 711 Queen Street. We're at Lonohana Chocolate Estate, and what we're going to be talking about today is the Destination Management Action Plan. We're talking about regenerative tourism moving ahead. The Hawaiʻi Tourism Authority is a big proponent of supporting, coming together with island visitors bureaus to really integrate and design a way for regenerative tourism to take place as we move into the future. And they partner a lot with local businesses and companies to do that, such as Lonohana Chocolate Estates. We're going to take you inside the chocolate factory right now for a quick tour, and for that, we're going to welcome in our very first guest for today's show. This is Kainoa Carlson. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
We're very excited to be here. Life's going to get a little sweet right now. The chocolate factory's in back, and you
right behind us.
All right, let's go. So tell our viewers out there, Kainoa, Lonohana Chocolate Estate. What's this place all about?
We are a vertically integrated
Come with us.
tree-to-bar chocolate company. So what that means is we do everything from growing cacao to making fine finished chocolate right here on Oʻahu. And here at Queen Street, this is our major manufacturing facility. Our farms are up on the North Shore. So for folks who are here in town and want a really cool immersive experience of chocolate making and chocolate farming, we offer a virtual farm visit that starts here in the building, right where we are right now. And then we take folks really deep into the chocolate making process so they can see every single stage of what happens from bean to bar, experience finished chocolate, and enjoy the island flavors that we produce.
How important is an experience like this as we kind of take a look at this virtual tour that's playing right now, but in terms of really limiting kind of the impact for some of that local farming that takes place?
It's really critical because it helps people understand that this is an agricultural company first and foremost. We're really focused on regenerative agriculture, so we're naturally kind of integrated into the concept of regenerative tourism. We like to bring in folks, explain what we're doing here, show them this whole system and how it works.
And what's really cool about this experience, again, is basically instead of people and masses of people going out to the farm, possibly impacting land in a different way, we basically bring the farm and that experience over here to town.
Yeah, exactly. We bring people here in a focused way, in a centralized way, keeps people off the roads, out of the country on days especially when it's messy, really hard to get around, weather like we've been having, So it's an excellent way to get people immersed in an agricultural experience and a fine finished product experience, but in a way that's focused and stays right here in town. Absolutely.
And we're talking about a chocolate factory. Can we go see some chocolate?
Let's go.
We never miss opportunities to wear hairnets on High Now.
You got
Ever. Okay, so the chocolate factory. This is quite an experience. You guys are in for a treat. Let's go. So what are we walking into right now? What's happening as soon as you walk in here?
So as soon as you walk in here, first of all, for our viewers at home, you're smelling amazing smells of chocolate. It's fantastic. It's a sensory experience, We're also in this cool old historic building. We're in the Cavallo Theater. This is one of the old consolidated theaters from 1938 right here in Kakako in Cavallo. So it's a really cool space that we are privileged to work in. Everything starts right here with
Starts right here. So take a look at it. So the beans come in over here like this. And what am I holding in my hand right now?
So those are dried fermented cocoa beans that were produced on our farm at Oʻahu Ridge, just above Haleiwa town on the North Shore.
Okay.
So that's where everything begins here in the factory. And the first thing we do is we take those cocoa beans that we produce locally and we roast them. And then we winnow them into two parts, husks and nibs.
Okay.
And then we start smashing the nibs further and further down into chocolate, starting with this old vintage stone grinder, then into some modern mills, and finally at the end into this process that's called conching, which is just the process.
Wait, what's the process called?
Conching.
Conching.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the process of really
Oh my goodness.
Really smoothing out the chocolate and creating a beautiful texture and a beautiful melt and really crafting really the fine product that we're after. And then just a minute when we get into the cold room, we'll taste chocolate exactly like this one. This is a 70% dark chocolate from the North Shore. Simple.
So how many, how much chocolate is able to be created?
This is about 120 kilograms in here right now, so 250 pounds, let's say.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a whole bunch of chocolate bars. My math is shady. So let's just say it's gonna be a lot of chocolate.
Put it this way, if you love chocolate, then this is a spot you gotta come. And what we're doing as we walk about the factory right now, this is the visitor experience when they come here, right? You bring them and
super abbreviated version, of course, but we talk story about all the processes, the history of the machines, history of the building, and really get people immersed. And it's really direct and personal, so we answer all kinds of questions, anything that comes up along the process. we can talk story about it.
So where are we standing now, Seneca? Where are we at?
Now we've just entered the cold part of the process, so it's nice and cool and dry in here, and this is where we temper and mold chocolate. So this whole room area is dedicated to the cold part of chocolate processing, generating these fine chocolate bars that we actually produce in the end. So this is where everything ends up as a bar of chocolate that's really beautiful. The island mold on our bars, you know, kind of iconic. That's the same 70% chocolate that we saw in the conch, just in its finished form.
Wow.
And the package comes out in this beautiful wrapper. So that's where everything lands, and this is what happens in this room, that finished part of the process.
Now, again, as we continue to talk about regenerative tourism and the way that that looks moving forward, this experience, though, is just so incredibly unique and just super cool for people to be able to come down here, and then, again, at the same time, for people not to go out to the farms and not overcrowd places, or this is a very curated experience.
Yeah, no need. We can bring it all to them right here, and it's a beautiful experience, and it ends with... Good news is, ends with beautiful chocolate.
Yeah, that is the way that this wraps up over here. Seneca, thank you so much.
No worries.
Hey, stay with us over here on High Now. We're going to be hanging out with Lonohana the whole day, continuing to talk about the Hawaiʻi Tourism Authority and this initiative with the Oʻahu Destination Management Action Plan. Rachel!
I know. I know.
I'm going to turn it back to you. Life's sweet right now.
Yeah.